today we are going to can some green beans. Now, I've got my whole canning station ready for you. So here's what we got, okay? We got one large pot of just water, okay? Then we have a pot with our lids and rings in it. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to turn that on about medium, low, or medium. And then we're going to go ahead and turn our water on, and it's just water. We're going to go ahead and turn it on medium also, just so it can start getting warm. We have our pressure cooker. We go ahead, and we've got us 7 clean jars, and we've got us some sugar, and we've got some salt in our jars, and we're going to pack our freshly snapped green beans into our jars. Okay, so let's get going. Now, these, like I said, these are beautiful, freshly snapped green beans, and they're about an inch to an inch and a half long, okay? And we're going to put it inside of each jar. Now, I'm using a regular mason jar, and I just put a couple handfuls in there, and then I want to kind of fill up them air holes, shake it down. And this is the way I do every jar. Now, I don't have my mouth open thing, but that's okay. Sometimes you don't need it. And then as we get to the very top, we're going to keep shaking down. And then when we get to the very tippy top like that, we're going to mash it down. And you want to make sure that you don't get any past that first rim down there, which is an inch headspace, okay? So I'm going to make sure that I pack it down as tight as I can. And the reason why you pack it is because if you don't pack it and you just loosely fill it, then when it cooks, you'll have a big gap at the bottom down here. So we want to pack it, but we don't want to crush our jars. Okay. I believe that one is full all the way. So we're going to go ahead and go to our second one. Okay, we're almost through filling our jars. So I'm going to take this empty jar and I'm going to put 3 quarts of water inside my pressure cooker and start bringing up the temperature of the pressure cooker now, because we want it to start getting warm also. 1, 2, okay, 3 jars of water. All right, let's finish packing our jars. Last jar. Okay, every jar is packed tight. Okay, now to each jar, we're going to add 1 teaspoon of canning and pickling salt to each jar. 1, 1. All right, and then my grandma Mullis taught me you always add 1 teaspoon of sugar as well. Don't ask me why, but she was always right, and they're always delicious. 1 teaspoon of sugar as well. Now, if you want to leave the sugar out, you go ahead, but these are delicious. So, and they're not sweet. All right, so this is the first time we've had the canner out this season. So you want to make sure that you check your O-ring. And if it's dry, you may want to I add a little bit of oil to my O-ring and make sure that it's evenly around and not cracked. Okay? You're going to also want to check your pressure gauge. Make sure there's nothing wrong with that. And we're going to get started by putting our hot water into our jars. Now, once we put our hot water into our jars, we're going to take a hot lid and ring and put it on top after we get the bubbles out. And then we're going to place it into the canner. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to take our ladle of hot boiling water and we're going to put it into our jar. Okay, and when we get it right up to the 1 inch mark, we're going to take our paper towel, we're going to dip it in our vinegar, we're going to wipe the rim, and we're going to go back and we're going to get our lid and our rim out of the boiling water, and we're going to place it on there fingertip tight, and then we're putting it into the pressure cooker. Okay, we have 7 quarts. All right, we're going to put the lid on it, and we're going to bring up the pressure. Okay, now what we've done is we've put our lid on it. We're going to let it build up steam, and once it builds up steam, we're going to let it steam for about 10 minutes to release all the air out of the pressure cooker, and then we'll put our weight on it. Okay, we have a steady stream coming out. We're going to count for 10 minutes, let the whole pressure cooker get all the air out of it, and then we'll put the weight on it. All right, so it's been 10 minutes. We're going to go ahead and place our weight on there and wait for this to seal. There it goes. Now our pressure should start going up, and we're going to watch it go up to 10 pounds of pressure, and once it hits 10, we're going to time it for 25 minutes. And we're going to stand right here in the kitchen and keep it, the burner turned a little bit lower, just so it won't get over 10 pounds of pressure. So you have to sit in the kitchen. Okay, so now we're up to 10 pounds of pressure. We're going to set our timer for 25 minutes. You're going to regulate your temperature by turning this down or up, because you want it to stay. It doesn't need to drop under 10, and it doesn't need to go above it. So just sit and watch it. Okay, our timer just went off for 25 minutes. So we have turned our stove off, and we're going to let this sit here and cool all the way down to 0. And we'll let this pressure valve go down, and when it does, we'll open it and we'll be able to see our beautiful jars of green beans. All right, so all the pressure has released. This is no longer standing up. We can take this off and it will not make a hissing sound, so that means all of the air is out. So we're ready to open our canister and get our green beans out. All right, we are ready to open the pressure cooker, the canner. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to turn the lid. Always remove the lid with it facing you so that the heat steam is going to go out the other side, okay? Because we do not want to get burned. Okay. Oh, green beans smell so good. Okay, I'm reaching in with the jar holders, okay? And we're going to get the first one. Look at those pretty green beans. We're going to set them down. We'll get the last 4 out for you.